So you're taking on A-level physics. You've probably heard it's one of the toughest subjects out there, but also one of the most rewarding. And yeah, the leap from GCSE is real. But here's the thing, the tools you have to conquer it have totally changed. In this explainer, we're going to demystify that challenge and show you the modern arsenal that can help you not just survive, but absolutely ace it. Let's break it down.
First, we'll tackle that A-level leap head-on. Then, we're going to bust some common myths. After that, I'll introduce you to your new best friend, the AI tutor. We'll see how these tools work in the real world, but also talk about what they can't do. And finally, we'll look at the incredible future that mastering physics can unlock for you.
All right, first things first. Let's not sugarcoat it. A-level physics has its reputation for a reason. It is a big step up from what you're used to. But, understanding why it's a challenge is the first step to totally owning it. This is the big question, right? It's on every student's mind. And look, if you're feeling a little intimidated, you are not alone. The course demands a whole new level of thinking. It's not just about learning facts, it's about applying them. And that involves a lot more math, from resolving vectors on inclined planes to using calculus. And this quote really hits the nail on the head. This is the core of the challenge. See, at GCSE, you probably learned F equals ma. Simple, right? Well, at A-level, you've got to understand that force is actually the rate of change of momentum. Now, that's a much deeper, more mathematical idea, and it's crucial because F equals ma only works when mass is constant, which it isn't always. That new way of thinking, it applies to pretty much everything. And this data right here really backs that up. These charts show the math modules A-level students are choosing. On the left, you can see mechanics. The module most essential for physics is super popular. But the chart on the right, that's where it gets interesting. That one includes feedback from teachers, and they rank mechanics as the most difficult module to teach. Why? Because it's all about intense problem solving. This highlights the exact jump we're talking about. Okay, so that difficulty can lead to some pretty big misconceptions, stuff that honestly just scares people away. So let's bust a few of the most common myths right now. First up is the genius myth. Look, being good at math definitely helps, but A-level physics isn't some secret club for prodigies. It rewards persistence, curiosity, and just putting in the practice, way more than some kind of natural talent. Seriously, your interest in the subject is your single most powerful weapon. Oh man, if you think you can get by just memorizing a formula sheet, you're in for a shock. The real game is understanding the concepts behind those formulas. Why does a battery have an EMF and a terminal potential difference? What's a potential divider actually doing in that circuit? It's that deeper understanding that separates a pass from a top grade. This one is my absolute favorite myth to bust. The phone in your pocket, the medical scanners that save lives, the engineering behind every bridge and skyscraper, it's all at its core applied physics. A-level physics is literally the language of modern innovation. Okay, so we've faced the challenge, we've busted the myths, now for the game changer. Let's talk about the incredible new tools you have at your fingertips that, honestly, previous generations could only dream about. I want you to forget everything you thought you knew about those late-night homework sessions, just staring at a textbook, feeling completely lost. The age of AI is here, and it has created a revolutionary new way to learn. This is where things get really, really exciting. So what are these tools? Well, think of them as personalized, on-demand virtual tutors. They can explain complex ideas, like the difference between magnetic flux and flux linkage. They can solve problems for you step by step. They can generate practice questions whenever you need them. They are your 24/7 study assistants, ready to help you tackle any concept, any time of day. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This is a real review from a student using one of these tools. That feeling, calling it a total lifesaver when a tricky concept finally clicks, that's the power we're talking about here. So how does this actually work? Let's get out of the abstract and look at a real-world example to see how you can use these AI tools to start working smarter, not just harder. Okay, check this out, a potential divider circuit. This is a classic A-level problem, and I'm not kidding. Official examiner reports consistently say that students find this topic super confusing. You stare at this diagram, and it's really easy to feel stuck. But this is the perfect job for your AI tutor. The process is just so simple. You can literally snap a photo of the problem from your textbook, and the AI won't just spit out the answer. No, it'll break down the entire solution step by step. And here's the crucial part. It will explain the physics principles behind it, how the voltage splits in proportion to the resistance. Then, when you think you've got it, you can ask it to generate a little quiz to make sure that knowledge is locked in. It turns a moment of total confusion into a moment of mastery. Now, as amazing as these tools are, they are not a magic bullet. To really succeed, you have to remember that AI is a co-pilot, not the pilot. There are some absolutely crucial skills where the human element is completely irreplaceable.
Think about it. Your AI tutor can solve an equation about a projectile's motion, but it can't actually go into the lab and launch the projectile for you. It can't get its hands dirty. The practical side of things, what's known as the CPACs, is a huge part of your A-level, and these are skills you can only develop by doing. Things like planning an experiment, handling the equipment, analyzing real-world messy data, and then evaluating your own method. This hands-on experience builds an intuition for physics that no algorithm can ever teach you.
And let's not forget the incredible value of human expertise. Great teachers and amazing, well-crafted resources like the ones that got this incredible praise from a teacher with 40 years of experience are absolutely essential. They provide the context, the inspiration, and the guidance that technology can complement but never, ever replace. So, you've put in the hard work, you've used the modern tools, and you've mastered the concepts. What's the payoff? Where can A-level physics actually take you?
Well, the answer is pretty much anywhere you want to go. A-level physics is a gateway to some of the most exciting and in-demand fields out there. Whether you're calculating forces to build bridges, modeling systems to write code, or understanding new materials to design buildings, the problem-solving mindset you build here is the foundation for all of it.
A-level physics is a challenge, no doubt about it, but it has never been more achievable than it is right now. When you combine your hard work, the guidance of great teachers, and the incredible power of new technology, you have an opportunity like never before. The only question left is, are you ready?